Hey YouTube, just claiming fair use under basic copyright laws, so before we get started, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Anyway, I was doing some false prophet hunting the other day, and I found this guy called Lord Rayo, and I thought, he sounds pretty good, like the false prophet's gonna be. And then I realized there's way more. I mean, this guy is the one that made me hate religion and all that to begin with, because you turn on the TV on the weekend morning and you'll see all these people, flooding up their money to these people like, pray and we'll send you this miracle spring water and you can do this. And it's just, you gotta feel bad for how stupid those people are. And I mean, I hated it. I'm like, if they're that dumb, let them get what they deserve. So now I'm out here trying to hunt them down and expose them for what they are. He's not going to save you. He's going to take your money and laugh. Now check out this little documentary. This is one of the guys I dislike the most. Maitreya, Lord Rayo.
You did the 666 really big, yeah?
Sat the daughter of the man who claims to be God.
He's back. He's here to teach us that we should reign in life, that there is no sin. And today we're honoring him with a symbol.
Joanne de Jesus is one of several dozen members of a religious sect called Creciendo en Gracia, or Growing in Grace. They were tattooed on their arms, ankles, even their necks with 666, the biblical sign of the Antichrist. Why? Because their spiritual leader says he is the Antichrist.
Let me just pause it, man. I'm going to dedicate this to my friend because she's getting really trapped up in that New Age deceit. And I mean, all New Age is, all this, anything involving a spirit guide, a spirit being, a meditation. I haven't even investigated it, so you know what, you'll have to research that yourself, but just trust me, it's all, what's the phrase, one side of the same coin, or something like that. And alright, I'm lost.
Not the embodiment of evil, but rather the second coming.
666, Antichrist means do not put your eyes on Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Put it in Jesus of Nazareth.
And that's you.
It's hard not to get upset, man. That's pretty blasphemous. I mean, I was an atheist, and I used to say stuff like F Jesus and all that. And, I'd just laugh if anyone like him said that. And now to see this, it's like, wow.
That's me.
Andy says the word Antichrist is a bad translation of a word that actually means the new Christ.
Look at his vest.
The second coming.
666
Puerto Rican
right on
Jose
it.
Luis de Jesus Miranda founded the sect 20 years ago in a warehouse outside Miami.
You receive it, you accept it, you confess it, and it's done unto you.
The charismatic 61-year-old de Jesus claims millions of followers, most in Latin America. His sect does have hundreds of churches, cable TV stations, and says it brought in $1.4 million in donations last year. And he boasts of a rapidly growing presence in the United States. In an interview with us in September, he declared,
I do greater things than Jesus did. Much greater.
Oh, man.
Now, sporting his new tattoos,
Seis. Triplese.
de Jesus says those expecting the second coming of Christ on a cloud with angels have misinterpreted what Jesus himself said.
You said it. You won't see me anymore because you will come in another body, which is me. It's in your head. It's inside the temple.
That's why you need to read the Bible, people.
Religion professor Daniel Alvarez, because he believes he's God.
This megalomaniacal moves are the ones that are very disturbing because he shows that he does believe he's on life and he's capable of saying to his members, look at 2666 on your arm. I believe he's also capable of asking his church members to believe in something more dramatic.
Jesus laughs at the implication.
But he always says those things. They're going to keep waiting for me to kill everybody.
Right.
I'm giving life to people.
De Jesus is referring to the suicide deaths of more than 900 killed in the so-called Jonestown Massacre nearly 30 years ago. But he says mass suicide would never happen with his followers.
If somebody tells us, listen, drink some Kool-Aid and then we'll go to heaven, that's not true. We are already in heavenly places.
Now I'm going to pause you right there and say that I think we're already in hell, because anyone who's read the Bible knows that the earth is pretty much Satan's turf, It's well established. I mean, he was given authority to tempt Jesus and offer Jesus, you know, all the kingdoms of the world and, you know, all that if he worshipped him. So this isn't, it's not heaven. This is hell, if anything. So, you know, all that's really complex metaphysics or whatever. I don't want to get too into that. So
De Jesus preaches that heaven can be found here on earth simply by following him. There's no sin and there is no hell. And that's part of why he's attracting so many followers.
now, what's the scripture where it says, I will give them a teacher to tell them things that their ears are itching to hear, or something like that? That's why. Yeah, there is sin and there is punishment for it, so you know what? Don't be a fool, man. God's making it pretty blatantly obvious with this.
But marking your body with 666 seems an unusual way to show you're a Christian, even unnerving the tattoo artist. I see you wearing a cross.
Protection.
No, that's idolatry right there. Using a metallic cross to repel the spirits. I wear one, but you know, it's just to help me remember what he did for us. I was having trouble understanding why you wear crucifixes and metal charms and stuff if you're not into the witchcraft aspect of it. So, you know, that's what they're doing. They think a little metallic piece of gold or silver or whatever your cross is going to prevent the spirits from getting you, but in reality it may just open you up to them.
John Zarama, CNN, Miami Beach.
Alright, and that's just about it. Well, I hope it's pretty obvious to you. I mean, anyone who's read the Bible knows that it's well established that the mark of the beast is 666, and God said in the last days, I will reveal all that is hidden in darkness. And that's pretty much Satan's plot he's bringing out.